Alright guys. Hello, friend. I'm sorry.
Hey everybody, it's us again, the Three Musketeers of the Talking Time of Caffeine gang.
More like the Three Stooges.
I am a goddamn stooge.
Ow. Ow. Eye protection. Anyways,
Oh shit.
before we get to our main topic,
Sorry.
I saw something on Facebook that was creepy. Apparently, some kids cut off a dog's ears.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
I don't know why there's. But yeah, it's like, god damn. Somebody used to own a dog, and like Snake owns a dog, and Mario owns a dog. That's fucking gross.
Yeah, it is fucking gross. Like seriously, what the hell?
I swear to God, if someone tried doing that to my dog, I'd be punching their face in big time.
You know, this is the kind of stuff that like PETA doesn't go after, not like small crime things like they go after. Like
PETA hasn't really done much that got everyone's attention, to be honest. Bad or good. PETA hasn't really done anything to get anyone's attention, bad or good.
Most of the time I heard they're going after like small, like little things and stuff like that.
The last thing I remember them doing was making a fucking video game against the use of wearing fursuits or something. Or something
For Mario 3D Land, I believe.
Probably 3D Land.
Yeah, but
yeah, maybe not. I don't remember, dude.
Meanwhile, real stuff is happening, like that thing. I think in Turkey or whatever. Like real crimes against pet animals.
Yeah, why is that even a fucking thing? Like, what are you getting out of that? An ear? Wow. Good job, asshole.
If we had an asshole of the week, that they'd be it. That's all I'd say about that, really. Just had to bring it up because.
Well, I have a news station that does Dumbass of the Day. My news station early in the morning does a segment called Dumbass of the Day. Unfortunately, it's not Asshole of the Day.
Nah. You know what a pet owner needs to do if some stupid kids actually did try to pull that as a prank?
I think they own the pet. I think it was their. I think that was their dog.
But imagine if a bystander witnessed that. You know what needs to be done?
Cut their ears off.
911.
No. They can go. They can always use Angry Grandpa's way.
What?
When Angry Grandpa couldn't get his flat screen TV working, he just smashed it in with his hand.
Oh God.
Who wants to see the clip?
Let's see.
Van Delia, say something, otherwise Schnick's gonna pull the clip up.
I don't know.
Okay, well, I guess he wants the clip on his stream.
I mean, that. I guess it's cool. Okay, we're talking about it. I'm going to talk about it. It's only illegal if you play it without commenting on it.
Okay, I found the clip.
Technically, according to YouTube, it is illegal.
Well, I thought you could review. You could review.
We're only going to watch like the first 20-30 seconds.
I think as long as you're reviewing it or something or commenting on it, it's called fair use.
Yeah, well, YouTube doesn't believe in fair use if you couldn't tell already.
You ready? You need me to go full screen? Full screen?
Oh, fuck. I'm not prepared for this. What the hell? Damn it, Schnick.
Wait till he gets adjusted.
Oh, fuck. My internet's being stupid, so I may not comment much here, as all the buffering makes it difficult to keep up. Oh.
So, Sparrow, what's your opinion on this on the stupid dog ears people?
Alright.
You ready?
Yeah, go.
Karaoke machine up! What are you doing about these?
No, I don't know anything, dude.
I'm doing what I'm doing wrong! The guy didn't want to know where!
The fuck?
What are you doing?
Holy shit. Damn.
So we used to do that to those kids?
Do the kids do it? Yeah. Sometimes kids need to be smacked.
Apparently in the
well, that's
fucking
at least
face.
what parents would say, actually.
Yeah, apparently in the fucking face.
Not in the face.
Well, clearly it was in the face of a TV, so you must do it in the face of them kids,
Alright, well, bottom line is, kids should not be doing that crap, and the whole thing is you have the whole overly sensitive society saying, don't touch kids!
Well, not really kids, they're like almost adults at this point.
Almost adults? Yeah, fine, do it. If it was little kids, I would not recommend it.
No, they weren't little kids at all, they're like, at least teenagers. Probably.
No, I guarantee that's what Angry Grandpa would have did if he saw that.
They didn't really seem to be teenagers to me.
Well, they never were little kids either, but so. Do you think they were like 20s or something?
Maybe, but I'm surprised the fucking Facebook didn't even bother to put on a filter for that. I mean, like...
Well, then again, Facebook also didn't put on a filter for when a guy took out a gun and shot an innocent old man.
Well, how long did it take for it to get removed?
About at least a day.
What? Wow, that's fucked.
See, all the more reason why the softy society of SJWs, where no one's allowed to touch, no one's allowed to... Maybe that's the reason why critics bash Death Wish, because SJWs don't like vigilantes.
Honestly, the society needs to get its shit together.
They probably say, hey, don't... Like, those kids have a right to cut yours off. That's their society. Like, no, they don't. Fucking shut up.
They identify as murderers. That's their sexual identity. And meanwhile, I need to burn a DVD for my ma.
But, yeah, overall, fuck them. Okay, on to our main Nintendo topic. Or, before we do that, the topics we talk about, we're talking about Nintendo and Smash and all the other fun stuff.
Well, I'd like to say fuck International Women's Day because apparently fucking Google is an SJW and so are other people. Because it's like, oh, International Women's Day. And to me it just seems like third wave feminism day, if anything. It's fucking disgusting. And also, where's the International Men's Day?
It would be much better if they were celebrating like women's suffrage and like the other waves of feminism, but celebrating SJWs is kind of offensive to men.
Well,
what the hell? Jesse's trying to call. Should I pick it up?
Sure.
Yeah, let's add him in.
Isn't like October like Women Cancer Day month or something?
Women's Cancer Day or just Cancer Day?
Month.
Okay, well, but that partially answers my question, but not really.
I'd look it up again. I'm not sure.
What the frick? Did Jesse only call by accident?
Did you say Women's Cancer Month or Cancer Month?
I forget. Usually, I'm not sure really. So all I see in October is pink. In October is like pink ribbons for cancer and stuff. Or some Susan breast cancer. I guess it's some breast cancer thing in October. All time.
No, apparently Jesse didn't even mean to call.
Yeah, he didn't. Yeah, he didn't mean to. I'm just messaging him right now. He's asking me about the shitty RPG.
Oh, no. Okay, sorry. It's October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I guess that's female, mainly women, because only guys have breast cancer.
But anyways, though, like, why is it that fucking Google has to seriously go SJW and fucking act like, oh, women are so glorious? It's like they're fucking celebrating as though that women are the only good people in the world.
You should put down change the topic. Put down.
Well, I mean, I don't really feel like changing it because I don't think it's going to be too long of a thing to say, really. I mean, pretty much the bottom line is that if there's an International Women's Day, where's the International Men's Day? Like, what the fuck?
Then they'll say, it's every other day.
Oh, yeah, like we don't fucking think that women are good people, too? Except the ones that aren't good, like third-wave feminists? Like, do they really fucking think that? Because if that's the case, then they're sexist.
Well, we know that.
In fact, technically, wouldn't it be sexist if there was only an International Women's Day?
Yeah, but remember, it's only sexist if it happens to women. It's not sexist if it happens to guys. Didn't you know that Mario? It happens to guys. It's not sexist at all. It's only women. It happens to women.
What are you, a feminist?
That's what it.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I want to say about that. Fuck International Women's Day unless there's a Men's International Day. Alright, now what?
You have something to talk about, Schnick?
I gotta let the baby out.
Okay, Schnick has left the server.
Schnick has left the building. Alright. So I guess if Schnick has no topic to talk about, I guess we want to go to our main topic then?
Sure. You gonna start?
I have no idea anything to talk about anything.
You don't know anything? Haven't you watched it?
Watched what?
The Nintendo Direct? Isn't that our main topic?
Because you guys talked about it on the Discord server.
Okay, well I guess you have nothing to say about it then.
Yeah.
Alright, well, since I actually watched it, I have some fucking shit to say. Obviously, fucking Smash is on Switch now. Most likely a new game, because there's a lot of evidence proving that it's going to be a new game. New campaign for Splatoon 2 is going to cost $20, but you also get to play as an Octoling once it releases. And well, you have to beat the secondary campaign before you can actually play as an Octarian on multiplayer. Let's see, Luigi's Mansion. Oh, what the hell? Okay, YouTube, what's the point of live chat if you're not going to fucking show everything without having me click it? That's bullshit. Sorry, anyways. So, Luigi's Mansion on 3DS, so is Bowser's Inside Story Remaster, which came really fucking fast. Dylan's Rolling Westerns on 3DS. Fucking Captain Toad Treasure Tracker is not only going to be on the Switch now, but is also for some reason going to be on the fucking 3DS. And here's the thing, if you guys didn't know, Treasure Tracker was on the Wii U. So if it's being put on the Switch, why is it being put on the 3DS? I don't understand that. They're both portable. The only difference being that the 3DS is just a little bit more portable because you can close it up and put it in your pocket, but the Switch is more powerful. So if Treasure Tracker is supposed to be a home console game, but the Switch is a hybrid, so it gets the portability aspect at the same time, So therefore it's going to be more powerful, then what the hell's the point of the 3DS version? The only thing it really has compared to the Switch is 3D graphics, where you turn on the 3D and bam! Whoa!
What's the battery life compared to the Switch compared to the 3DS?
What?
What says a better battery?
I don't know, honestly. I mean, the Switch has pretty good battery, but it said that it depends on what you're playing, because the more needy the game is for hardware, then the shorter your battery life's gonna be. But
Like Breath of the Wild would probably be a big battery drain.
yeah, Breath of the Wild is actually a battery drainer. I know that firsthand.
What's funny is that Mario Odyssey didn't seem like much of a battery drainer.
It could be that it was just developed nearly a year later after the Switch release, so they could have that being already developed enough to prevent it from being a battery drainer, but I don't know. It really depends. Oh crap, I didn't even fucking turn on chat. Oh my god, I'm sorry.
Ah, see, that's what happened.
Yeah, that's what... What? What do you mean that's what happened?
Because you were complaining about chat.
Okay, I have no idea what you're saying, but I'm just gonna assume that didn't happen.
You're complaining about goddamn chat.
No, I fucking forgot to turn on the chat because I had to turn it off because of your fucking video. And then I forgot to
Because
turn it on.
layers.
Because of Angry Grandpa's video.
Because of smack.
Bang, bang, bang.
So what's your opinion on this? Because I have no idea. I haven't been keeping up with this.
All I'm going to say about the Nintendo Direct is I like how Crash is getting a Switch port and Xbox One port on top of that. More exposure.
And PC.
Yep. Then I also like how... I mean, I guess it's good they were showing off the Switch port of Dark Souls, even though I'm getting the PS4 version.
You know,
Yeah,
you
I
know,
think I remember you talking in Discord saying that you're going to save your money for Dark Souls and Cades 3.
Yeah, because Smash Brothers 5, as it's looking right now, maybe it's more to do with the fact that fighting games in general don't appeal to me anymore, but I just know that after Smash 4 disappointed me, I'm not excited for Smash 5, because I think I'm convinced it's just going to be the same. With different characters and stages, and that's it.
I mean, it doesn't really seem as though that they're going to split the game into two different versions like they did with Smash 4. So there's that.
I mean, I know that's what the Smash 4's problem was, because the two games had to be so alike, so the Wii U version got held back by the 3DS version.
Well,
but
what would you have liked better? A pure 3DS version or a pure Wii U version?
Honestly, I would have liked it. Like, what's funny is that Nintendo officially considers the Wii U and 3DS versions separate games. Honestly, I would have liked it if the two of them truly were separate games.
Interesting.
Because really, the two of them were not... They were like two completely different platforms, and why did they have to be so heavily connected? Because obviously, getting the 3DS version made was a freaking miracle, from what I've heard.
Even though that's kind of bullshit.
And yeah, and not to mention, the lack of content in the 3DS version, I am baffled that critics still gave the 3DS version critical acclaim. It's like, yeah, we know the 3DS version doesn't have much to do, but we still love it. It's Smash Brothers. 10 out of 10. What good is a fighting game? What good is any game if you have nothing to do with it? Like, I've brought this up again and again. There was a PS1 game and a PS2 game called Fighter Maker and Fighter Maker 2, respectively. It was a pretty complex game where you actually could make your own fighting game characters. Like, right down to, like, individual moves and whatnot. Sure, it was a bitch to code, but you could do it. And thing is, even though it had a very unique concept and a very promising way for aspiring fighting game makers to make their small little own fighting games, both games got critically panned for one specific reason. Once you actually created a fighter, you could barely do anything with it. Pretty much just a generic arcade, pretty much just versus mode and a generic arcade mode.
Pretty much that's what Smash 4 is, because if you really think about it, there's the custom moves that you can unlock, you can do that, and then your modes, single player modes, whatever there is, and that's it.
Yeah, like the 3DS version, all it really has is Classic and All-Star. Sure, it has Smash Run, but it's literally the same 5-minute mode all the time. Like, it never has any variation to it.
What do you mean?
Like, basically, in Smash Run, you go on the same stage, and they never change the layout. It's never a different stage. I think the only thing they change is the locations of items, but that's to me, that's not good enough.
You know, I actually never noticed that.
Yeah.
Well,
it is to be fair, it is a big stage, but still. When you play it enough, when you play it more than a couple of times, you begin to notice it. And then, of course, the Wii U version, because the Wii U version needed to have the exact same character roster as the 3DS version, the Ice Climbers weren't allowed to return because they couldn't get working right on the 3DS version. And then they had to cut the Pokemon trainer and cut it down to just one of the Pokemon that the Pokemon trainer could summon. And then Zelda and Sheik, the ability to swap between them in battle was also removed. Same goes for Samus and Zero Suit Samus.
Well, technically, though, the Pokemon trainer itself was cut entirely. Really, I mean, all you get is just Charizard. There is no trainer there. So, there's really no point.
I mean, well, that's the whole thing. Like, the character, and not to mention, a lot of the characters in Smash 4 were basically kind of palette swaps with maybe one or two different moves. Like, Dark Pit. Are you serious? Dark Pit?
Jesse, did you join in on accident or on purpose? Or do you even hear us?
I don't even think he hears us.
Oh, apparently he fucking butt dial. Oh, hey, you didn't butt dial.
Hey?
Hello?
What the hell? Hello?
What the hell happened?
Is he here or not here? I don't know.
This is really confusing. I'm scared and confused.
Oh, can you guys hear me?
Now we can.
There we go.
Welcome to the podcast.
Oh, this is the podcast?
Yeah.
New challenger approaching, I guess. I heard you guys talking about Smash.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was just going over the stuff that disappointed me about the 4th.
Yeah, you can watch it. We're right here, right. We're here. We're live right now on that channel.
But yeah, you want to join us?
And not you, well, you already are technically.
Yeah, I've seen a bit of the podcast here and there, some of the past episodes.
Yeah. So you want to join in on this fun?
Sure. I guess I'll say my opinion and my stance on Smash overall. Probably my second favorite game franchise next to Mario, in all honesty. Huge Smash fan, huge just nerd about the game.
What's your opinion on Smash 4?
Smash 4? alright game, but it focused on the wrong areas.
Like what? Like what?
Like it had a lot of really dumb modes and a lot of stripped content that was already established, like in Melee and Brawl, such as an adventure mode or a story mode.
Hey, I'm sorry to interrupt real quick, but are you gonna leave your camera on or off?
Off for now.
Are you gonna be turning it on? Because I need to know for the setup I have.
No, I'm probably gonna leave it off.
Okay. Alright, continue.
So, anyways, I felt that Smash 4 focused on the wrong areas. Like, I felt like it was more of a casual game that had a competitive, like, crust to it. Like, they made it competitive in order to, how do I say, appeal to the more core fans. But if you're, say, a slightly more casual, or quote-unquote casual, I don't mean to make it sound like that, but, you know. And then from going from Brawl to Smash 4, it's going to be a pretty big disappointment, other than, the stage selection and roster. Well, some of the rosters still suck.
Oh, sorry to interrupt. The one thing I give Smash 4 credit is that it does have a nice character roster.
Yeah. Roster is amazing. Though the DLC, a lot of the characters in the DLC were completely broken, like competitive-wise, which is kind of dumb.
Not to mention, MarioTube kept going on about how he thought the DLC characters were a waste. What?
A waste? What did I say?
I mean, like, you kept going on and on about how nobody wanted Bayonetta, but yet Bayonetta got in. I don't even remember.
No. You misunderstood. What I was saying at that point in time was that when they were doing the voting thing, they added Bayonetta, despite the fact that nobody on the internet even mentioned Bayonetta, as far as I could see. They mentioned a lot of other characters. And I'm not talking about Shrek or fucking Goku. I'm talking about relevant characters. I mean, don't you think fucking, not Ridley, King K. Rool, don't you think King K. Rool would at least be relevant?
They added a costume for him along with a Geno costume for the Mii fighters, but that's about it.
I mean, way I see it, if I remember correctly, there were people asking for Bayonetta. After all, Bayonetta 2 was a high-profile Wii U exclusive at the time.
Well, Bayonetta actually did win the Smash ballot overall. There were separate Smash ballots.
Yeah, overall.
A Japanese one, a European one, and an American one.
But here's my problem with that, though. They didn't really show the results very well. All they really said was, oh, this is the winner in this region, and that's about it. They didn't show any statistics or anything other than who really won in what region. That is about it.
I thought they showed first to 5th place.
Huh?
I thought they showed first to 3rd place overall in the world, not 5th place. Other than Shrek, because they weren't going to mention Shrek at all.
Wait, Shrek got a lot of votes?
Shrek freaking almost won the American Smash ballot.
Actually, no, I don't think...
Oh my
Actually, no, I don't believe that, because I'm pretty sure they did not... Hold on.
Go on YouTube right now and search in Shrek Smash ballot, and you will see core, like, how do I say this, competitive Smash fans actually being angry that people are voting for Shrek.
But there's no official source that actually says that, unless you can provide one, because I've never found anything about 2nd, 3rd, etc. place, only 1st, in whatever region it was. I even looked. I looked hard. I fucking researched, and I could not find shit. So,
because what I heard it was from a competitive Smash stream where Mewtwo King, if you know who he is, is a competitive player, and others were talking about the results of the competitive ballot. I think it's on YouTube, but I'm not sure. It's really hard to find, and I never really paid attention to the Smash ballot because during that time I wasn't really that big of a Nintendo fan. So I didn't follow Nintendo as closely as I do now.
Well,
So I might have mismatched information, but I'm fairly sure that they released first, second, and third place, but they didn't say anything about Shrek.
All I can tell you is that, as far as I'm aware of at this current time, unless someone can provide me an official source again, or if I decide to look again, all I remember is that they only showed first place for each region, but nothing else. Maybe they might have showed second, but that is pretty pushing it in my memories. So I'm almost certain that they only showed first. And I know this for a fact, because well, not for entirely a fact, but I know this almost for a fact, because, like I said, I fucking researched everywhere I could go, and there is no official source, or even a third-party source that I found that said anything about any place other than first. And because of that, I think the fucking
what I'm getting is Bayonetta was first overall for Europe, and she was in the top 5 for America. And let me see here. I'm trying to look through it more. Yeah, that's it. Just first place in America and top 5 in the U.S.
Yeah, but I still think it's rigged because of that fact, though, and it's pretty fucking ridiculous that they wouldn't even show any other place but first. That doesn't make any sense. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
what I remember that was... So what I remember that was during the Final Destination live stream that they did where they announced Bayonetta. Like, during her trailer.
What? What are you talking about?
Oh. Okay, so Nintendo did a thing where for every new character and during a direct they would announce it. Like during say Nintendo Direct or Treehouse live stream during the time where Smash 4 was in its prime.
Yeah.
They would announce characters through it like Ryu, Lucas, Mewtwo, and their final live stream and character showing was when they announced Bayonetta, and during her overall trailer, it revealed that she was first in Europe, top 5 in America, and overall first. Final, like if you go on YouTube and search Final Destination Smash,
I just really do not understand how, when I don't see literally any comments about Bayonetta, somehow Bayonetta wins, despite the fact that there's way more characters that people would have most likely chosen. Because, to be completely honest, I think the only reason why Bayonetta won, other than the whole thing being rigged, was because of the fact that it got a reboot. I don't know if it would be a reboot, but it was placed on the Wii U. And it had a previous game before.
Did you?
So, if yeah, okay, trying to okay, we talk this time, kind of.
Okay, so did you guys already talk about Smash 5?
I was basically talking about how even though I want it to be good, I'm still very cautious because I'm worried that since Smash 4 was a huge hit on the Wii U, I'm worried they're just going to repeat the same thing and put no effort into any of the modes that Brawl or Melee had.
Apparently, Sakurai didn't think Smash for Wii U did all that well. I mean, it was the best-selling Wii U game, but he felt like it could have been more. Just kind of ridiculous in my eyes. Sakurai is way too much of a perfectionist. He focuses on the wrong areas.
It was his fault, though, because he decided to remove the campaign because of a really fucking retarded reason. All because
and I'm worried that
people spoiling the single-player content. So no single-player content. Period. You can't spoil it now, bitch.
I'm gonna say Sakurai's entire mindset for his life. Basically, Sakurai's mindset is that when he makes art or video games, he wants people to view it in his eyes, and basically, like if they play it competitively, or if say they leak stuff and ruin it for other people, then he sees that as as them ruining his art or something like that. I don't know. It's really backwards thinking. Like, if an artist makes an art, the best part about, say, that picture that they drew or something is that it has multiple meanings for different people. You can play Smash Bros. Competitively, or you could play it the single player, or you could play it just with your friends, 4-player on the couch, do the event modes and all that. But Sakurai just likes to alienate people to different games. Just leave them, like, say if you love the story mode, Brawl's going to be like one of your favorite Smash games, obviously. But you're probably going to be stuck on the island of Brawl and not really be completely satisfied with the other Smash games. Because he doesn't bring over all the concepts that were, like, fully realized in that one game. Like, Melee, super fast-paced and amazing competitive experience. Just kind of alienated all that in Brawl, and then they kind of brought it back in Smash for Wii U, but it still was that kind of Brawl feeling. Like, a lot of the animations and stuff were kind of ripped straight from Brawl.
Yeah,
like, even if you look at Smash 4.
That got me to think about another topic once that topic is done.
What?
I mean, while...
I said that got me thinking of another topic to talk
see.
about once this topic is done.
Oh, okay.
Well, but
I mean, what's your
Jesse,
personal opinion on Smash 5? Because, and the Smash on Switch, because right now, we don't exactly know what it is. We don't know if it's just a simple enhanced port of the Wii U game, or if it's a brand new game entirely. From what we know, it seems like it's a new game, but...
I hope it's a real game. At most, the team's most likely been developing it for about 3 years, if you look at Smash 4 and the end of its development. So at most, it has a 3-year development, and then it'll be coming out, like, probably, like, December this year. Not actually, I mean, that's a placeholder, but I'm guessing it's going to be really late in the year. If not, then it's going to probably be delayed.
Hey, Jesse, do you have a Discord?
No.
Okay.
I don't really use Discord.
I was going to invite you to our discussion group. But
Anyways,
yeah.
personally, I think it's going to be a whole new game because there's a lot of evidence proving so. For example, there is no ESRB official rating because if it was just a port of Smash 4, there would have been an official rating already, but there obviously isn't. So, therefore, that's a good sign that there's a new game going to be coming out.
Not to mention, there was another very brief hint in the trailer. So, pretty much the only characters you directly see are the Inklings, but very briefly you get a glimpse of Mario and Link. Link is in his Breath of the Wild outfit. Whereas in Smash 4, he was in, I think, his Twilight Princess outfit, or like...
Skyward Sword, maybe?
Twilight Princess Skyward Sword, like his famous green tunic, basically. But in the Smash Switch trailer, he was clearly in his Breath of the Wild outfit. And unless they're introducing a concept of alternate costumes, which was not really done, except for maybe like Wario or like a handful of other characters... Obviously, they're redesigning the characters, and why would they go through the effort of doing that for just an enhanced port?
Mm-hmm. Though, oh, okay.
Oh, he's gone. Well, I know his internet seems to disconnect him all the time.
Sorry, it disconnected. I have no idea what happened there.
It reminds us of our friend Brandon. Skype hates him too.
Well, don't forget, Jesse's a friend of Brandon.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyways.
Must be the whole internet in that area.
You're talking about the subtle hints about Smash 5 being actually Smash 5?
Yeah, like, basically, I was going over how the brief glimpse of Link we get in the trailer, he's in his Breath of the Wild outfit, as opposed to, like, the classic green tunic that he wore in, like, Twilight Princess Skyward Sword.
Yeah.
Like in Smash 4.
Another thing is the atmosphere of the trailer. A lot of people have been saying this. Like in Smash 4, there's a lot more like happy, upbeat, and like when the new characters gets announced, they're like invited to like a Smash tournament. But in this game, it's like the demonic Nintendo forms of Mario, Link, Donkey Kong, and Samus are abducting the Inklings and forcing them into Smash.
Forcing
it's kind of funny when you think about it.
But honestly, this was like a pet peeve of mine, but I did not like the mood of Smash 4. In fact, the main theme of Smash 4, I disliked it to the point where I just turned it off and I only had the themes from Melee and Brawl playing. But
what are you talking
what's
about?
funny
The themes?
Huh?
What are you talking about the themes? Because first you were saying aesthetic things, and now you're saying music.
I am saying music. In fact,
music
I
adds
think
a
I
lot
told
to the overall atmosphere.
I tell you this. Oh yeah, like freaking Castlevania. That series has like one of the best soundtracks ever. A lot of people did not like Castlevania Curse of Darkness, which was one of the only 3D games in the series. Everyone claimed that the environments in that game were generic. And the thing is, one thing that kept me playing through that game and realizing how underrated it was its soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
It probably has one of the best Castlevania soundtracks out there.
It's kind of the same thing with me and Paper Mario. Paper Mario, to me, has some of the best music of all of Nintendo, especially Super Paper Mario and the really underrated Color Splash. I know a lot of people probably going to bash me because they said I like Color Splash, but
I don't really think from what I've seen, I don't really think Color Splash is underrated. In fact, it's really similar to Sticker Star, if anything.
Color Splash is almost nothing like Sticker Star, but other than the battle system. And some of the story elements are the same. It's basically Sticker Star done right, in my opinion.
Well, what about all the Toads, though? There's not really that much variety in the NPCs still. And the story...
And the NPCs, I could understand that, but instead of being like, oh, hey Mario, thanks for saving me, they actually all have personalities. And there's actually some, like, you could separate different characters. Some of the enemies talk, actually all the enemies talk to you while you're in battle. The Shy Guys talk, and all the enemies and stuff like that talk. And it's during battle sequences, and the Toads, each Toad has a personality, and they usually have little things to indicate that they're different Toads, like different colors and different clothing outfits, and the music is amazing.
Okay, well, hold on. The Toads having personality, I'll give you that one. You do have a good point, but that still doesn't really make an excuse to only seemingly have Toads as all the NPCs apart from the enemies. Why not have a variety like the original Paper Mario or even the Thousand Year Door? Why is that not needed according to the developers? That there's no excuse for that. Though, I mean, it's still nice that they at least added the personality of the Toads, but like I said, it's not an excuse to not have actual variety of NPCs.
Can I get back to Smash 4's main theme quick before I let you continue?
Yeah.
I just wanted to make a point saying that when it came to the Master Hand fight, well, for one thing, I actually got kind of triggered when freaking What Culture claimed that the Master Hand fight in Smash 4 was the best fighting game boss of the 2010s, when in fact, with no mention made of Master Core, by the way, literally, and I thought that was freaking unfair considering that it was basically just a rehash of the freaking Master Hand fights from Melee and Brawl.
It had some new aspects, but I kind of agree with that. It should have added a lot more.
Fight, and they were treating it as though it was entirely original, which is why I stopped watching them. But what I was gonna say was I didn't like the fight theme for Master Hand Smash 4. In fact, I thought Super Smash Flash 2 did a better job. That was a fan-made game.
Schneck, you thought
Super Smash Flash 2 is actually probably one of my favorite fan-made games of all time.
Schneck,
next to shitty RPG. Next to shitty RPG.
A freaking shitty RPG. That's like the next epic fan-made trilogy.
But
because I am making
Snack.
Schneck, okay, you think that Master Hand fights are rehashed in 4?
I mean, well, they add some stuff to it, but...
Well, hold on, I wasn't done, though. You say that, but if you think about it, Brawl's Master Hand fight is a rehash of Melee, which is a rehash of 64.
Which is exactly why I don't freaking get why What Culture thought Smash 4 was so unique.
Well, I mean, to be fair, they did add like a whole new element to the fight, but you only get it if you play a high enough difficulty.
Do you mean the Master Core fight?
Yeah, I'm talking, like, if you play at a high enough difficulty, you get to go through that Master Core maze, but if you play at any other difficulty, then you're just going to destroy
But here's
the core,
my point. Here's my point. In their list, they never once bring up Master Core. Never.
Yeah.
They only mention the basic fight.
You know what I also kind of don't like about Master Hand's fight? How if you play at the highest difficulty, a Master Fortress opens up. I felt like that was kind of a lazy final form. If you know what that is. Basically, what happens is if you play on 9 difficulty, then what opens up is the quote-unquote Master Fortress, and basically it's like, you know those brawl levels where you're leading up to the fight with Taboo? Like where it's like you're in like a weird dream sequence.
Wait a minute, you're talking about the maze, right?
Yeah, the weird maze with the enemies. I thought that was kind of weird and didn't really fit.
I thought that was a slightly lower difficulty and up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was very weird and out of place. It had like enemies from Brawl, but they were like all shadow formed and mishmatched. And I don't know, it just didn't really fit with the fight. I feel like they could have done more for level 9 difficulty for getting through and getting all the way to Master Hand without dying.
Who else is watching? Oh, interesting chat.
Anyways, what do you want for Smash 5?
Not shit. I don't want them pulling the same shit as Smash 4, to be honest, because I thought Smash 4 was a complete fucking flop, honestly. It took me a while to realize it, because I was blinded by fucking nostalgia and the fact that it's Smash, but eventually I fucking took them off and realized, oh wait, this is shit. Because online sucks ass. I don't know why, but online just sucks fucking ass. Like, both versions, for whatever reason, I have so bad input delay that it is literally unplayable. It doesn't disconnect from matches, but I just can't fucking play it. Like, it takes at least 1 or 2 seconds before your fucking input actually goes through. That's ridiculous.
It depends on which mode you're playing. If you're playing for fun, you're gonna have a disaster. For fun is just completely horrible, unplayable, pretty much.
For fun, try 1v1 Glory.
I'll tell you this much. With the freaking tournament, the freaking online tournament mode I heard was freaking broken.
Yeah, the online tournament is kind of weird.
Yeah, like I heard something about how when it came to sudden death, literally it wouldn't count. It wouldn't. No, wait, there was no sudden death in tournament mode. To decide a tiebreaker, what it would do was not evaluate how well a player fought. Instead, it would evaluate how much they moved around the stage. What? So essentially, all a person had to do was freaking play as a fast character and just jump around the stage like an idiot, not even fighting, and they would automatically come out as the winner.
I mean, that's dumb. And the way that the Smash community does it, like their community stuff, how they do it, is that if it comes to sudden death, whoever had the least amount of percentage taken, then they would win. Like, say, if it was the last stock, and they both die on the same frame, but if one has 26% and the other person had like 130-something%, the person with 130% would lose because they took more damage overall.
Yeah, that sounds fair.
Is a way better way to handle it.
But yeah, I don't know why, but for whatever reason, Smash 4's online just sucks ass on both 3DS and Wii U, and I only played For Glory 1v1 because I figured, oh well, 4-player Smash sucks anyways, and I also figured it would have been better for connectivity anyways, but nope. Input lag to fucking hell, and I literally messed with my internet settings as much as I possibly could. Found out that Nintendo wants you to open all ports if you try to fucking figure out what ports you need to open for port forwarding. And all in all, I just could not figure out why I was having this issue. And the weirdest part about it is that every other online game I play, perfectly fine, no problem. But Smash 4, nope. Fuck you, you're not playing properly, bitch. It's like, why? Why this one game? Fuck.
It's really strange.
Yeah, it is strange.
Oh my god, I know what freaking Smash 4 was thinking, not letting you connect online. You were freaking pressing the freaking For Fun or For Glory or whatever you were trying to play, and then you were like, come on, idiot, work! Or something like that. And Smash 4, in the words of the Joker, is just, oh, nope, don't want to.
Did you try deleting System 32?
That's an idea.
Have I tried deleting the ROM off of my Wii U? Yes.
Deleting the ISO and then burning the disc. That's really... Overall, the Smash 4 Online was handled really weirdly. Even if you did get good, if you had good internet and if everything was working properly, which only happens when 8 of the 7 planets align. But you know,
freaking planets align for me today.
If one person has good internet and one person has bad internet, the host will always go to the person with the bad internet for some reason.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking stupid.
Remind me of their Black Ops 3 debacle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, did I mention that the input lag was for literally every single match?
Like, yeah, input
literally
lag
every
really
single match, no matter what.
Have you tried playing against friends? Because friends versus matches online are pretty stable.
From what I remember, I think the same thing happened, but I'm not really too sure because I haven't done it in a long time.
Do you still own Smash 4, actually?
Somehow I do.
I know Brandon traded in his 3DS copy, though.
I think the only reason I still own it is just in case, you know, the occasion with local play comes up.
I only own it because I already spent a shitload of money on the DLC. By the way, another thing, everyone loves to criticize $50 DLC, and yet with Smash, like, when freaking Call of Duty does it, when Battlefield does it, when Batman does it, when freaking practically any game except The Witcher does it, it's a sin, a crime against humanity. With Smash 4, it's A-okay.
I can second that because, funny enough, I actually had a conversation about Smash 4 with a person I know today, this morning, and I mentioned the DLC problem, and his response to that was, "Oh, well, if you don't want to spend the money for the DLC, then just don't buy it." And I'm just like thinking to myself, what the fuck do I even respond to that? Because it's still a problem regardless, but I don't really have any arguments to go against his
It's
word.
like people will still buy it anyways, and plus if you don't buy the DLC, you're going to have a lesser experience because you don't have that extra content.
Pretty much.
Yup.
Anyways, what I feel about DLC in Smash is that the new characters are cool, but it should be free, or you pay $5 once and that's it. Like no $2 per character and stuff like that, or
$2 per character sounds fair, but it was like $7 a character.
I don't remember. The only characters I got were Ryu, and what else? Who else? Ryu, Mewtwo, and could remember Roy from Fire Emblem.
Yeah,
They were
the price depended. Like, Lucas and Roy were only like $4 because it was like the character only. But then Cloud, Bayonetta, that one other Fire Emblem character, they were like $7 because they came packed in with a stage.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because
in all seriousness,
they got a Street Fighter stage. No wait, they got packaged with like 2 different stages. I'm pretty sure.
No, it was one stage. There was only one stage per character.
Oh, wait. I could have sworn there was DLC for buying the classic Smash 64 stages. Because you could play
I think
Congo
the
Jungle.
classic Smash 64 stages, they only came with the stages. I think the Wii U version had the Wind Waker stage from Brawl. Mm-hmm. And then there was it also came with the Mario Maker stage.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that. The Mario Maker stage was weird. I feel like Smash 4 stages overall are kind of all over the place. Some of them are good, but a lot of them are either way too large or they're a flying level, like Mute City or Delfino Plaza. It's like, can you please cut back on, 1, the Mario stages, and have more variety from Zelda and other stages, and 2, stop making the maps so large.
Not to mention, there was another kind of questionable design choice coming with the DLC characters. The one thing I have never understood is why Cloud was only voiced in Japanese. Because in Smash 4, he only has a Japanese voice.
I actually did not know that.
Yeah, he only has a Japanese voice. The pure irony is that he does actually have an English voice actor. It's not like something happened to him. He did the freaking voice for the new Dissidia that just came out. By the way, the new Dissidia is another freaking crime against humanity because it took a very single-player heavy game that was on the PSP, brings it to the PS4, and pretty much removes all single-player content. And, like, it removed... Yeah. They take one of the best PSP games and they gut it to hell.
I feel like there should be more single-player experiences in all games. Multiplayer is nice.
That's like a problem with fighting games in general. Like, they just feel like, oh, single-player is not necessary anymore. People only play online.
Yeah, that was my next topic, actually. It's going to be my next topic. It's... Do you think games have a good balance between multiplayer and single campaign stories?
But the whole point I wanted to say about Cloud being Japanese only in Smash 4, I find it strange because Ryu speaks English, and for the longest time, Ryu was only voiced in Japanese. Like, only in Street Fighter 4 did they finally give him an English voice.
Marth still speaks Japanese from Fire Emblem.
With Marth, it's kind of different because Marth's games were the games with Marth never really came out in America, so that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, they did.
I mean, yeah, they did, but Marth never really got an English voice actor until Fire Emblem Warriors, I think.
I thought it was until Shadow Dragon on the DS.
Yeah, Shadow Dragon on the DS was a remake of the first Fire Emblem game with Marth, but they never really gave him I don't think he got an English voice actor until Fire Emblem Warriors, maybe, and the same goes for Roy.
What about the GBA games, though? Because there were
GBA games? No, they didn't have Marth or Roy. The very first Fire Emblem to get localized in America had a relative of Roy, like, I guess he was, like, Roy's, like, father or grandfather or something.
No, Roy was in Sacred Stones, or what it was called. There were 3 Fire Emblem games, if I recall. I played the one that was first localized on the GBA.
Yeah, I have 2 or 3 Fire Emblem games on my Wii.
And I've played through, or I haven't played through, but I've played through the demo of Fire Emblem Awakening, and I've seen my friend play through it, and since we were friends throughout most of middle school, he would play Fire Emblem like literally every single day during lunch, every free time, so like every time I would just sit next to him, he'd have a 3DS out tapping his screen away, playing Fire Emblem, and I kind of just got the entire story down from Fire Emblem.
Kind of want to play the games with Ike, but they're freaking expensive as shit.
Radiance Dawn and the one for the Wii.
No, there's Path of Radiance on the GameCube, and then Radiant Dawn on the Wii.
I got the names completely entwined.
Imagine if Cage had a multiplayer mode. Oh god.
I think it's been rumored that Cage 3 will have it.
Oh,
in the PSP version of Birth by Sleep had it, actually.
yeah, it did.
You know what?
I actually forgot about that.
Not the HD version, only the PSP original.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the
Only in
topic.
days on the DS, actually.
So I'm gonna go back on the topic of single player and multiplayer and fighting games.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
definitely more
Change
multiplayer.
so change the topic real fast,
Yeah. So
Mario.
games like Mortal Kombat and Smash Brothers usually do have really good story modes. Like Mortal Kombat Armageddon. What else? Mortal Kombat X had a decent one. Mortal Kombat 9 kind of. And Smash Brothers Brawl and Melee, of course, amazing story modes. But I feel like these fighting games recently kind of have set up a standard of just adding in like a really bad tournament, or not tournament ladder. How do I explain it? Like in arcade-esque mode, like Street Fighter, the original Mortal Kombat, where you just fight character after character.
I mean, Street Fighter 5 was even worse at launch. Street Fighter 5 launched without even an arcade.
You probably cut off the online part.
Wow.
Are you talking?
What I hear they
Vandalia, are you talking to
eventually
me?
added.
Yeah, to make more room, probably cut off the online part.
Vandalia,
Yeah.
the thing is delayed. I already have it ready.
But
Anyways.
Really, the only games that I would say that do story mode right in a fighting game is Smash Melee, Smash Brawl, and those Mortal Kombat games.
I would say Tekken 6 had a damn good story mode, though.
I've never played Tekken, so I
Yeah,
don't
well,
have
the thing with
opinion on that.
Tekken is that the appeal of Tekken was that it was I always played through the arcade mode with each character because I always wanted to see the character endings. They were a freaking blast to watch, like especially the humorous ones. And then Tekken 7 went and fucked it up. Literally all Tekken 7 had was a Mortal Kombat-esque story mode, and I hear not a very good one either. And they also got rid of arcade mode endings.
Wow.
So, I don't think I'm going to buy Tekken 7, not even for the ability to play as Noctis from Final Fantasy 15.
I would, I used to do the same with Mortal Kombat Armageddon. Like I would play through the story mode just to see all the different character endings. And just so you know, if there were like 80 characters in Mortal Kombat Armageddon, so I didn't get through all of them. I got through like 20. So, who do you think will be in Smash 5?
I think the alternate hairstyle girl Splatoon person will be in.
Hairstyle.
Yeah,
Good character.
I almost guarantee alt costumes are going to be hairstyles. Maybe the Octoling, but other than that, yeah.
I'm hoping that for the Inkling we'll see Inkling Girl, Inkling Boy, and then their Splatoon 2 models. And then maybe Marina, Pearl, and Callie and Marie could be assist trophies or something.
I wonder
I thought you
if
were
we'll
going to
have
say characters. I was going to say assist.
I wonder if we'll have the 4 champions from Breath of the Wild in Smash Brothers 5.
That would probably be a Final Smash. Like if they're changing Link's Final Smash, that they will probably be a Final Smash, if not. Trophies.
Like imagine Link from Breath of the Wild gets a Final Smash and he uses it, and then the camera zooms way out, and you just see the four huge divine beasts, and they all fire their lasers.
Oh!
And then just eviscerate the people on screen. That would be amazing.
Damn.
I think the characters who will turn are ice climbers, Wolf, and Crash Bandicoot. Well, Crash Bandicoot being new.
Well, do you think Mario's cap from Odyssey will be in Smash Brothers?
Probably. It'll probably be a thing.
I think it'll just be a projectile. Like, you press side and B and he'll throw Cappy, but instead of possessing people, it'll probably just smack into them.
Well, I mean, then again, it could, like, possess them, but the player would still have control of their own character, but they would take some damage. Maybe, like, a grab pummel, maybe? Oh, wait a minute, actually, no, that could also be a grab. Yeah.
Yeah, he could throw it, and then he possesses them, then... Well, okay, so how would Mario, or Cappy and Mario hurt them? Like, would he throw the hat and then make him, make the character punch himself in its own face? Just...
Or make him jump off the cliff.
I mean, it could. You never know.
I guess. Make him eat his own hand or something? I don't know.
Well, technically, though, that would hurt Mario if we were, like, really getting technical.
Oh yeah, I forgot Mario could still feel pain in other people's bodies.
Yeah.
Well...
I mean...
I guess Mario will just have to...
Well, I mean, there's still some potential, though. You know? I mean,
yeah, so... I actually have had this, fan game idea, like... You know how everyone talks about Melee HD? I actually made up an entire Melee HD game in my head. And I could recite all of its mechanics and everything, all of its characters.
Let me
guess. I could tell the basic premise.
Same thing as Melee.
So, it'll be Melee, it'll have all the original Melee characters. Have them be the same, like, keep everything unbalanced, keep it how weirdly broken Melee was. But then add in new characters like Cloud, the Inklings, all that. And what my mind was thinking at the time, like months ago, is that for the Nintendo Switch, if Melee HD ever comes, which it won't, since we're getting Smash 5, but so my basic premise for this Melee HD was that you'll have, like, say, 50 characters, and all their movesets have a second version. Like, you could play as the original Mario from Melee, then you press, like, a thing under his name, and it'll switch to a second moveset. So say you have Mario from Melee, which only has his Fireball and Cape, then you switch to a second moveset, and he'll have Flood, Cappy, a different up B, and stuff like that. And when he presses, like, B by himself, he'll do the spin from Mario Galaxy. And, like, say when he throws throws Cappy with side B, you could press side B again to dive into Cappy and bounce off of it, like in Mario Odyssey. But after that, he can't do anything. That was just my basic premise. I think that would be cool if they implemented that, because it would make characters just be more deep, since you could switch between the second moveset.
Right. What would the models be? But,
you know,
like,
that's just my idea. I'm not sure how Smash 5 is going to be.
But what
I do think they're going to change the characters a lot, though.
But what about the models?
Models? Okay, so what I'm thinking for Smash 5, if it is Smash 5, is that it's going to be using the same engine as Smash 4. Because if it wasn't using the same engine, then there would be no way they got it done in, like, little under 3.5 years. Character models, I'm sure they'll update, but I'm guessing we'll still have a lot of the same animations from Smash 4 and Brawl, unfortunately.
I mean, it is possible, but I do think that you have a point with the same engine thing, because it would basically be the same exact story for Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story plus Bowser Jr. or whatever they called it. Because there's no fucking way that they made the other remaster that fucking fast unless they had the same engine, which they obviously did keep the same engine. Yeah. So, pretty much, the only reason why they did it so fast was because the same engine. Though I'm still
actually
skip Partners in Time, but whatever.
Yeah, Partners in Time skipping was really weird, but back to Bowser's Inside Story, that game's actually releasing in 2019.
Really? Really?
I have no idea why, and a lot of the scenes look to be really complete. I'm guessing they're probably working on the Bowser Jr. part or whatever. But yeah, it's really weird how they announced it so late. Like, they announced Smash, and it's coming out earlier than the Bowser's Inside Story remake.
And then the other weird thing about it is they barely give any info for Smash, but then they show you a lot about Bowser's Inside Story remaster.
Yeah.
That's the weird thing. I don't know why, but Nintendo just seems to have this like weird decision concept where some games we gotta have barely any info until later, quote unquote. And then other games, oh yeah, we can just tell everybody what the hell is going on with that game. Like, why does Nintendo do that on purpose? That doesn't make any sense.
What I'm guessing is what Nintendo's trying to do, their overall plan of marketing, is that they're announcing Smash now, and at E3 they're gonna just blow their load off. Like, just have a bunch of new info on Smash 5 and all that. Because E3 seems like the right time, so...
Well, I mean, does actually sound like the right time.
I mean, other than marketing, why would they do that? I mean, they would probably freak people the fuck out if they first announced it on E3, but I could see where they would be going for if it's marketing. So
yeah. What I've basically been observing of Nintendo's marketing plan is that they like to release a lot of filler games along with one or two big games. I mean, for the Switch this year and last year, they've been just chunking out these huge games at us. Well, besides Breath of the Wild, which took like, what, 20 years? I'm joking, but, you know. We got like Mario Odyssey, Splatoon 2, and ARMS and a bunch of new stuff. It was really strange, but like during the Wii U era and the pre-Switch era, I guess, they would release a lot of stuff like Hey Pikmin and Chibi Robo Ziplash and other smaller games like Yoshi's Woolly World. Just a lot of, I would say, filler titles. And they would do this to pad out their time until the next quote-unquote big game. Like, if you look at the releases from the smaller games to the bigger games, like, you'd have, like, really small games, like, say, Chibi Robo Ziplash, for example, and then say a month or two after that you would have Star Fox Zero, which they would consider a big game, but you know how that ended up.
Yeah, it's basically the same thing that they did with Breath of the Wild, because we all fucking knew what they were doing.
Yeah, they padded out like an entire year with almost nothing or trash.
Well, Breath of the Wild got delayed so much that it was oh my fucking god, are you kidding me? Sorry, I'm playing shitty game right now.
Actually, wasn't it delayed for 2 years?
Breath of the Wild? I think it was delayed for 3.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Did they delay it on purpose for the Switch to come out, or just coincidence?
They had to wait for the Switch to come out because they were told that they're gonna need to do a Switch version of it, and it was kind of problematic because they have this huge fucking game, and now they gotta port it to a whole brand new console before it's even released, basically. So
the Switch actually is really easy to port games over. It's something to do with just like its engine compatibilities, how it's compatible with a lot of engines like Unreal Engine 4 and stuff like that. That's like more developer talk.
Yeah, but
anyways,
like I said though, it was a whole new console. They probably didn't have that great experience with it at the time. So,
well, yeah.
And not to mention that, you know, you still got to test everything to make sure that the game isn't just going to dick people over compared to the Wii U version, which was the intended console, but I digress.
I'm guessing
that's the game I'm playing
on. Like around 7 months to port everything over. The biggest thing being translation for all the in-game text.
No, I don't think it was 7 months. There's no way. It was such a huge fucking game, and it was a brand new console. Why would they just pad it out for that long? Other than, oh, Switch release date. That doesn't make sense.
Well, they did have official release date trailers saying, like, Oh, 2014. Oh, wait. 2015. 2016. 2017. Switch.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that they just had really high expectations of how far they were going to get Breath of the Wild, and then the Wii U ended up being a failure, and they couldn't really get Breath of the Wild out on time to be the huge system seller, so they were just like, let's just wait for the Switch, and hopefully the Switch won't bomb.
So officially, was there ever a Nintendo Zelda for the Wii U officially, or is that?
Kind of. I mean, there are the HD remasters, but the biggest Zelda for Wii U is still Breath of the Wild. I mean, the Wii U died with that game.
Yeah. Well,
it died with this Wii U. Breath of the Wild died with the Wii U and born with the Switch.
It's kind of ironic, because Breath of the Wild was supposed to save the Wii U, and in reality, it was just the death of it. Well, not really death, but just the less.
It was like the
great.
swan song of the system.
No, I don't really think it was the rebirth of it or the death of it, to be honest. It was simply a matter of it just being released too late. Like, the damage was just unrepairable for the Wii U. There was literally nothing that could save that fucking console. If Smash 4 didn't save it, nothing is going to save it.
Oh no, Mario, I got the perfect demonstration for you. Here's what you were probably thinking when Breath of the Wild was announced to no longer be a Wii U version, Wii U exclusive, and it was getting ported to the Switch. You're like, no, don't port it, Nintendo, no, if you don't port it, I swear I will. No. It's too late.
Da-da-da-da. No. No, I wasn't really like that. I mean, they didn't really announce that much about it. I mean, when they originally announced it back in like E3 2014, I believe, pretty much, it was just a new Zelda. We didn't know too much about it other than it looked kind of badass. Then they didn't say anything about it for 3 years at least until the Switch was announced. And they announced Breath of the Wild going to be released alongside it, alongside with a couple other games on top of that. And that's when we really knew what was going on at that point. Before that, not really at all.
I think I mentioned this before, but is the Wii U Switch ending date the only time that Nintendo's ever not had a overlapping of their game development? Usually, sometimes the games are over. Like the Wii U would go on a few months or a year after the Switch came out.
I don't understand your question.
Like when the Super Nintendo came out, they still started launching. They still put out Nintendo games. When the 64 came out, they were still putting out SNES games and Game Boy games.
Well, the Wii they kind of gave up on after the Wii U, and the GameCube they kind of gave up on after the Wii.
Do you want to know something really sad?
What?
The Wii is still technically alive because
Microsoft
released Just Dance 2018 for it.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking ridiculous. I don't know why they're releasing a Wii game. Like, why? I fucking hate Just Dance, so it makes it even worse for me knowing that Just Dance, the fucking dance game I really hate, is the last fucking game for said console. It's like,
I swear, Mario,
fuck? That's an insult.
Even worse than sports games, huh?
I swear, Mario's Dance Dance Revolution is better than Just Dance.
I miss Dance Dance Revolution, freaking Konami.
Honestly, sports games are just generic. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Sports games just look like shovelware to me. Complete shovelware. Like, there's no fucking thing about it to me. I just don't fucking see
Wii
the
Sports.
Point. Wii Sports
casualized.
Well, Wii Sports was different though. Sports games.
What I'm trying to say is
sports games was just fucking the same thing. Wii Sports was just a whole separate thing in its own, and that's what I liked about it.
It was like a tech demo.
But then it got would the right word be revitalized for resort? Wii Sports Resort?
Huh?
Revitalized?
Wii Sports Resort is the full package of Wii Sports. It's basically like the Mario 64 DS of Wii Sports, because the original Wii Sports was actually supposed to be a lot more like Pilot Wings, and then Wii Sports Resort kind of turned into the whole Woohoo Island Pilot Wings thing.
Woohoo Island.
Well, part of me thinks that Wii Sports Resort only existed because Wii Sports did good.
Motherfucker.
I mean, it partly had to do with the fact that the Wii sold good because it came bundled, but still, I mean, people did obviously like Wii Sports, so why not make Wii Sports Resort where it has even more content, you know?
Anyways, let's take it back a step. I think I kind of said the wrong thing about saying Wii Sports and stuff. But I think the reason why the mass popularity likes to buy these sports games is just because they're sports, and sports are popular. So they see these games and they're like, I don't want to go outside today. I'm going to just play a sport without actually playing a sport. Then they play FIFA.
Mario in chat says, only sports games I go back to are the Midway sports games with the NBA Jam and NFL Blitz.
That freaking EA has the rights to... damn it! Okay, yeah, good old Schnick rage moments. Well, Schnick's going to be streaming sometime after the podcast, so... Speaking of which, people in the chat, vote on which game currently in progress Schnick is going to play.
Well, then you should make a straw poll and post it in chat. Then.
Yeah, that went well. Because that went so well the last time. Huh? What the fuck?
I have an idea, or not an idea. Dang it! I lost my train of thought. It's all your fault, Snake.
But real fast. I was on my Discord, another Discord thing, and someone said that BioWare is officially dead.
It's probably because of the Anita visit.
Yeah.
Wait, what's dead?
BioWare.
BioWare's dead?
Oh my god!
How is BioWare dead, though? I don't understand.
I don't know. Somebody posted
is a good company, but
BioWare made Knights of the Republic, Mass Effect, Dragon Age.
Yeah. They just kind of been on a slow downhill track because of, what owns them? Was it EA or Activision?
EA.
Oh, well
it's
then,
probably EA is infamous for being a company killer.
Yeah. They've kind of just driven BioWare down the drain, mostly with Mass Effect Andromeda.
And freaking Anthem's like their last hope at this moment, but if Anthem doesn't do well, EA's gonna be like, oh, fuck you, go join the grave with freaking Visceral.
Do you watch Clean Prince Gaming? Or Clean Price?
Nah.
Oh, you should. His videos are surprisingly high quality, and he talks about a lot of the...
Oh, wait, Clean Prince Gaming?
Yeah, Clean Prince Gaming.
Yeah, I think I've heard of him. I may have watched him before.
Yeah, his channel is really good.
Oh my god!
I don't agree with all of his points, but like his videos are super professional, and I just like his setup and super unique. I sound like I'm sponsored right now, I swear. I'm not.
No, Jesse. You know one very unpopular opinion me and Brandon share?
What?
We both think Sonic 06 is not as bad as Shrek on Xbox. Because I'm playing the freaking game right now, which explains the Schnick rage moments, but I don't know what it freaking is with this game. It wants me to power on through. Maybe it's the so bad it's good quality.
Possibly.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen Shrek on Xbox, and what I've seen of it, it just kind of looks like they didn't even try with the level design. They just kind of slopped some stuff down.
Frick! You need to see Brandon freaking play race mode. He has some of the heaviest rages you will ever see any YouTuber
Is there race mode?
Yeah,
I literally know
essentially, race mode's essentially a freaking time trial. And the thing with race mode in Shrek is that for most missions, it gives you barely enough time to do it. And combine that with bad level design, it is freaking amazing how much rage Brandon had. at trying to beat it. I didn't even try.
I mean, at least the music's catchy, I think.
Yeah, the music's alright. That's like the funny thing. Both of them were meant to be killer apps for their respective systems, and pretty much all they're remembered for is their graphics and music, because Shrek on Xbox is a technical achievement, at least for the time period.
Best thing about the game, it's sound design.
But you still prefer Shrek on GameCube?
I prefer Shrek on GameCube, even if we have Shrek's ugly ass face.
I mean, ugly Shrek better than whatever Shrek on Xbox is.
I mean, ugly Shrek is gonna be the freaking evil overlord. That's gonna be the star of shitty RPG 3.
So is Ugly Shrek that's more playable, like game performance-wise, than Xbox Shrek?
Yeah.
I mean,
Ugly Shrek confirmed for Smash 5.
I mean, Ugly Shrek, more like Shek.
Oh, no. I swear to God, I need to get a freaking screenshot of Shrek fully on screen. I need to, and maybe I'll ask you, or I'll try to figure it out myself because I got Photoshop. I need to cut freaking Shrek out, and that's gonna be his sprite
Maybe
for
that
the
could
final
be,
battle.
maybe that could be your new Shrek could be your new avatar for Skype and YouTube.
Oh.
Hell fucking no! I'm not getting rid of my current icon.
Speaking of SRPG, I'm actually helping Schnick with it if he hasn't revealed that already.
Whoa.
Oh, by the way, don't spoil it. Oh, wait a minute, you don't want to
I
spoil it
won't.
either.
No, he's
no,
not gonna be
that's-
spoiled because he asked not to get spoiled.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
He's the one playing
To
it.
avoid spoilers, anytime I stream the game, don't watch, because I've spoiled quite a bit in my current streams of the...
Yeah, I know. I'm marathoning through MarioTube's channel. So
Oh, no.
Ooh.
Actually, I'm going to be uploading another episode tonight.
Hell yeah.
Because I
Didn't know
actually
you-
managed to get one done last night. I
Didn't know
am
you were a
exporting.
fan of all of
Damn,
us.
so many exclamation marks. Like, you'd have Bowser get defeated,
Oh.
then he would say no, and it would just be capital N-O and like 376 exclamation.
Oh, wait a minute. What episodes did you already see so far?
1, 2, and about halfway through 3, and I saw 6 when it came out because it was one of the first things I saw on your channel.
Oh,
What
we're watching
are
the others when
what
we're
are the
done with
highlights
this.
of the game so far for you?
Double Mario, Double Weege.
Those are things I have to
randomly
fix.
appearing.
happened?
What else? Sora's walk cycle, how it looks like he has 2 little miniature bean legs. And, yeah, that's about it. I'm not sure how I, feel about the game. There's lots of funny moments, though, and every single enemy is OP.
Yeah,
Oh my
like
God.
everyone's freaking Dark Souls-like.
Hey Mario,
Actually, I was just watching it when you compared it to Dark Souls. You're like, man, you said something like in episode 3 or something where he was playing as Sora. Like, I guess I was a Dark Souls developer before Dark Souls or something.
Yeah, because, well, it is kind of convenient because development of that game actually started, like, when Demon's Souls was brand new and, like, Dark Souls was on the horizon. Actually, I think development stopped around, like, about 6 months before Dark Souls came out.
Oh,
The
wow.
planets aligned, and Schnick's mind created whatever we got. Shitty RPG.
And it, unfortunately,
Actually,
it wasn't the
I can't,
only one.
yeah.
Yeah, it was not the
listening-
only shitty RPG. I played through the entirety of another shitty RPG I made using RPG Maker 3 on the PS2. Like, that one's complete, and it's on my channel, and it is even worse than the one Mario's playing.
you
And
make that game first or second after your
no, it was first. The PS2 game was first.
Yeah, aren't there 3, or technically 3, SRPGs? There's the first one, I'm a Dub It Crappy RPG, and then the second one, Shitty RPG, and then the remake, or whatever you're doing.
Technically, isn't the remake the same thing as the shitty RPG?
Well, here's the whole history of shitty RPGs. So I made a
SRPG
shitload of
2.2.
them in RPG Maker 3 on the PS2. all of them except for the one I played are lost. So
Yeah, I mentioned this in episode 1 or 2 of the one Mario's playing, that I consider the one he's playing either the beta or the alpha of the version that Stick's making now. Mario's just the beta tester.
Yeah.
yeah, so and then let's see, the VX game, the first one I made was the one Mario's playing. And then here's the thing. At one point, I attempted to reimagine the plot of the original game, of the original VX game, using VX Ace. Only an hour's worth of gameplay was ever completed. But I will tell you, that 1 hour of work I put into the reimagining, I don't know if it's particularly good, but it's a shitload better than what the shitty RPG is. But no, at the moment I'm planning a shitty RPG trilogy. First game is a cleaned up version of the one Mario's playing. And then the second and third ones, I'm not gonna, without giving too much away, the second one is gonna involve the PS2 game. And the third one is, now I got more Shrek. Oh no.
Anyways, I was actually gonna offer you something, Schnick. I was gonna say that, I could make a trailer for you for the remaster, before Mario streams it or something. Or plays
Should I get gameplay of both the original and the remaster back to back?
That's what I was thinking. Like, I had a really good trailer idea because I was listening to some music, and that's where I found some of the music for you.
What music is it, may I ask?
I guess this isn't too much of a spoiler. It's just the FF7 Bell remix, and I was listening to Kumu. I'm sure you guys, he's a really good remixer.
I've actually seen his stuff. He's pretty good.
Yeah, Kumu, and I've been listening to Kumu, Note Block, and Harmony of Heroes, because Smash coming out. Do you know Harmony of Heroes?
No.
Oh, he's not a channel, but there was this huge, and I'm gonna say huge, collaboration between all these Smash Brothers players, right? They all made music pieces of different games, and they made it in one giant collaboration called Harmony of Heroes. That's like 7.5 hours to celebrate the release of Brawl, and it just has so much music just remixed, and it's so amazing in my opinion. Like, it has a really amazing remix of the Break the Targets theme for Melee, where it has like the piano, and it also has a Final Destination remix, which remixes every single Final Destination into one. It's really amazing.
Hey,
Anyways, I was just listening to that.
Any chance you can make a trailer of the podcast?
I could do anything for you guys if you want, but just saying, I'm gonna try not to overwork myself. Like, it'll take time.
Honestly, I feel that's what I'm worried about. That you're overworking yourself.
Well, take your time then. Mario's taking his time.
It's fine. I'm not really having a lot to do right now, so.
Quality's better than quickness. I prefer quality over quickness. But yeah, if you could do that, make a trailer of the podcast, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. And I was thinking of maybe doing a thumbnail for the podcast when Brandon was talking to me about it, but that was about it. Like, I'm not sure how I could do a trailer because I don't really have that much good editing program.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm helping Schnick with is some images and some stuff like that, which isn't that much of a spoiler, but I've basically made every single one of those images with my phone.
Yeah, well, thumbnails would be awesome. Thumbnails would be awesome too.
That's actually kind of cool that you did everything on the phone.
Some of the characters.
Wish I was that talented.
There's some of the stuff that I've done, like, I had to roto brush out the backgrounds and stuff like that with my finger on my phone with a really, really shitty program. Like, I had to roller brush out this one specific thing, and it took me like 40 minutes.
Wow.
It was mostly due to my dog jumping on me and just messing everything up.
I mean, I will say that,
What editing program do you have anyways? Like, video?
I actually use like a combination of like 5 different programs to make the stuff
Can you link me to straw poll?
5?
So I have,
Jesus.
let's see, what I have is...
Can you link
have
me to how I can
Lightroom
make a
CC.
straw poll?
Oh, wait a minute. We got multiple people talking at the same
Well,
time.
actually, okay, we'll stick. I'll make it for you if you can't do it. Just type
in
the
the freaking
games in the
Skype chat,
Skype.
I'll tell you the choices.
Alright.
So, anyways, my programs I use is Lightroom CC, Photo Layers, Background Eraser, Pixlr, and Photo Editor.
How come you don't use your computer to edit the stuff?
Because my computer sucks.
It does? Wait, how does your computer suck, but it's able to run Dolphin? I don't understand.
Well, see, what I have to do to get programs onto my computer, like, my internet's always been really spotty because my adapter for my Wi-Fi sucks. And I've been trying to fix it, and I thought I found a good enough compromise to start streaming again, but of course, you know how that turned out, Adam.
Yeah.
And, so, what I have to do to go on the internet is I have to go on my phone, go to Chrome, request a desktop site, download whatever program I want, and then use a different program to unzip the file. And then I have to transfer the file from my phone to my PC using the USB cable because my computer doesn't have any Bluetooth support and I don't have an adapter for Bluetooth. So I have to transfer the files really, really slowly and put it on my computer. Then I have to extract all of that and just do stuff like that. Really, what I use my computer for the most is just to play Melee.
Jesus.
You're making me want to try out freaking Dolphin.
Dolphin is amazing, but it has a lot of problems. If I suggest
imagine.
anything, if your computer can't handle the normal Dolphin, then try out a fan-made thing called Ishiruka. It sounds really weird, but it's actually one of the best ways to play.
I have a feeling my computer will be able to run it because it can run even though I know the hardware is weaker, it can run a PS2 emulator perfectly fine.
If it could run PS2, then I'm guessing GameCube could be fine, but just so you know, certain games were not designed very well. Some of
I know that. Like a lot of emulators can't run games properly. Like I had to figure out how to run SSF just to get Saturn games working, and even then they're not perfect. Like the only way I was able to play the Saturn version of Rayman properly was to go onto a YouTube video, and I had to download a separate version of SSF that the uploader specifically configured to get Rayman working.
Wow. Dude, there's been so many releases of Rayman. It's like, what version do I get? There's like
the PS1 version is easily the most available version, but the Saturn version has... I think people said the Saturn version is the best visually looking, but it's pretty expensive.
They should probably release... are there 3 original Rayman games? I know there's Rayman 1, 2, but I'm not sure if there's a 3.
There is a 3. Like, with Rayman 2, there's 4 different versions. With Rayman 2, I would recommend the Dreamcast or the PS2 version. And then Rayman 3, all there was an original version for PS2, GameCube, and Xbox, and then later on they did an HD version for PS3 and 360.
Yeah. Another thing that I've had to do, I've been doing a Mario 64 Let's Play, but due to my stuff that I do with helping Schnick and school and all that, I kind of had to postpone it. But what I had to do is, since I couldn't really download too big of files, I would have to download like the Mega Drive or whatever it's called, file downloader, and I don't really want that stuff on my phone. So what I would have to do is record the video with OBS, like a Mario 64 video, edit it with Windows Movie Maker. That is my program that I use for my channel, despite me using After Effects and Premiere at my school.
Oh.
Yes, I edit most of my videos with Windows Movie Maker.
Is it because you don't own the programs, or?
Yeah, I don't have a program for my computer, and it takes way too long to download straight directly to my computer, and I can't really export using my phone because my phone doesn't download that, or doesn't have enough space for After Effects or Premiere, since it's so large and I don't really have a USB or hard drive to use. So I just kind of had to resort to using Windows Movie Maker, and for my thumbnails I would either use my phone to make them or use Paint. Right now I'm using my phone to make them because Paint, yeah, I'm never using that program again.
Wah, wah. Oh, it's funny because if you watch later into the shitty RPG, there's some really shitty images that middle school schnick decided to make with goddamn.
Oh god.
Did you make the Giga Bowser image?
Oh.
I did not. I just found the worst image possible. But ironically, can I give one thing away about the cleanup version? Can I say something that's a big coincidence?
I'll take my headphones off, but...
Okay. All I'm gonna say is, coincidentally, I actually replaced the Giga Bowser sprite, and it happens to be the one that you put in the title screen.
Wow.
And this was months ago, like, actually almost a year ago at this point, so it was not...
Yeah, that was lucky, I guess. I searched up Giga Bowser sprites, and I just scrolled down looking at sprite sheets and different stuff. And I was actually going to send you a sprite sheet of that exact same Giga Bowser to say, like, hey, do you want to use this or something?
But
no, I guess I just got lucky.
Already using it.
So yeah, you could, Vandalia, you could signal to Adam that he could come back now.
Someone's gonna have to give me a signal when I'm safe. Oh, Vandalia can't.
You're safe.
That's your signal.
Screech.
But yeah, I actually made my avatar in this Paint. I took a picture of a thing in my city and put it in Microsoft Paint.
You know what's weird? When I got my Tron Legacy Xbox controller icon, I thought it was fairly unique, and when I was going around making comments on YouTube, there were a lot of people who said they really liked my icon just because of how simple it was. And now on YouTube, sometimes I see people who actually have my exact same icon. But in order to differentiate myself, I changed it to have a black background on YouTube.
Am I safe yet?
Yeah, you've been safe for like 5 minutes.
Okay, you could. How about you take off your headphones and put it back on?
Yet?
Yes, I did this.
Oh, I didn't really see that. I thought you were gonna do a thumbs up or something.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, Adam.
Anyways, so what non-spoiler did I miss?
So basically, we're talking about the end game and what happens.
You're talking about basically talking about Microsoft Paint. I was talking about it at least.
Oh, good old MS Paint, am I right?
So far, I only see 2 votes so far.
I see 3.
Ah. Have you voted yet? Have you guys voted yet?
I'm not actually watching a YouTube video. I'm just only in the Skype call.
Oh.
So I can't really see any comments.
I'll put the vote in the Skype thing then.
Oh,
there.
Great.
Was Brandon here earlier or no?
He was, and then apparently he had to drive his parents somewhere, and then he promptly never came back.
Oh. Anyways, speaking of Brandon driving, me and him had to do a project for our school where we had to film like an hour later after school. And he had to drive me home, right? But there was this guy who was blocking the lane because his car broke down or something. He had his emergency lights on and all that. So we had to go around. And me, I've never driven before, nor really cared to pay attention to like the street signs or anything. So I had to basically direct him to around back my apartment complex because we have a huge like apartment area. We had to drive, and I had to tell him to turn left or right, and which lanes to take. And I was so scared we were gonna take the wrong drive somewhere. But I tried to keep my cool and try not to, and I had to make myself sound as confident as possible. But I was saying like when each turn was coming, I started to freak out. And there were like 2 times I thought we took the wrong turn. Luckily I made it home. I'm safe. I'm not in a ditch or in a dumpster. So.
Yeah.
Well,
I watched Brandon rewatch the stream and realized that I almost killed him, so. Just kidding.
So, is that it, or?
We kind of talked about Smash 4, then we talked about fighting games, and then we talked about what else did we talk about?
We talked about versus multiplayer, or no, online multiplayer versus single player.
We talked about cutting off dogs' ears.
Well, yeah, but that was before Jesse came.
Oh yeah, and after that we talked a bit about sports games.
So we
And the generic games. Then we talked about Shrek, and then Shrek led to RPG.
Actually, the other way around.
Then it led to something about me and Brandon almost dying, but you know, just normal stuff.
so ready to wrap this up, or do you just have a daily onion? You have a daily onion
I
snack?
have retarded elementary school schnick stories.
You do?
I felt so weird because I joined in and I didn't realize that my speakers weren't on or something. Like, I don't know what happened. I was trying to connect my headphones, but it wasn't working. But it didn't say speaker off. Like, it said that my speakers were on, and I was talking, and I was like, challenger approaching and stuff, and then you're like, what's going on? Hello? And I'm just like, God.
So do you have a daily onion today snack?
Thinking. I am thinking about all the goddamn shit. I had a story like not long ago, but
So, Adam, this is kind of unrelated to the stream, but do you want my Switch friend code and my Wii U friend code at some point?
I was actually going to ask you about that after the stream, but then mid-stream I forgot about it, and now you just reminded me.
Okay, because I kind of wanted to play maybe Mario Maker, and if you have the courage for it, maybe Smash 4 online, but with my internet plus whatever the hell's wrong with your copy of Smash 4, that's probably never going to happen.
Well, I mean, if you have bad internet, then Smash 4 online would probably be atrocious.
It's more like the internet on my PC, my internet adapter, my Wi-Fi adapter, I mean.
Oh, so your router's fine?
Yeah, my router and stuff is fine, but it's really wishy-washy. Like, sometimes it decides to work, but my router, and sometimes it does. But the main thing that's wrong is my adapter for my computer.
Oh, okay. Maybe.
I mean, I'm free for the entire weekend. I was thinking of maybe recording Mario 64 and helping Schnick more, but I could maybe do a Mario Maker stream or something with you.
Yeah.
Nice.
damn it.
I gotta get back. So no story, no daily onion today.
All I remember is that there was a story involving me doing something stupid, and at the time I justified it by what the fuck did I do?
Actually, I have a really funny story.
Okay, I guess it's Jesse Daily. I guess it's time for a Jesse Daily Onion.
Hey, that's not fair. He has to have his own thing. That's Daily Onion Schnick's thing. Come on, man.
So anyways, what happened with...
Wait.
Tell the story if you...
Well, do you want to tell the story?
I mean, I guess. So... So we were working on our school projects, me and Brandon, right? and there was this kid in our class who was doing a skit. The skit was him reviewing a really shitty soda or slash sparkling water called LaCroix. It's spelled LACROIX. I'm not sure if you've heard about it, and I haven't heard about it until that moment when I saw him doing the skit. So he was recording the skit, and what the guy said when he drank it was like, strawberry, and the flavor was coconut on the soda, and he almost spat it out immediately because of how disgusting it was. So of course, Brandon were really curious on what it tasted like. So I asked him, hey, is it alright if I take a sip? He's like, okay, sure. So I take a little sip and I almost vomit.
Oh.
It tastes like seawater mixed in with the faint smell of coconut mixed with Budweiser. That's how bad it tastes.
Holy
So
shit.
then Brandon tries it, and he almost says the exact same thing as me. Like, he basically said it tastes like Budweiser. And that led me to remember something. So, that taste reminded me of something that I put way back in my memory. And that was when I went on a road trip. This is kind of like a story in between a story. But, so I sit down and I tell Brandon that I actually accidentally once tried Budweiser by accident. I spat it out and it was super disgusting. So, I was going to New Mexico, right? And what happened was, it was really, really late at night and I couldn't sleep, right? I was extremely thirsty. So what my young brain decided to do was go out and go to the pantry and sneak a Coca-Cola. So I see 2 red boxes, but it was super dark, and I tried to turn on the light, but it wasn't working because like the light bulb burnt out. So
How convenient.
there were 2 red boxes, so I just figured, oh, they must both be Coca-Cola. One of them was Budweiser. So I opened the box, I grabbed the soda, I looked left and right, I opened the can, and I didn't hear like the sizzle of like when you open a Coke. So that immediately should have told me the first sign that what I was drinking was not actually soda, and indeed was poisonous. So I take as big as a gulp as I tried because I figured that it would just be Coca-Cola. I just go and spit it all over the place.
Jesus.
And I was so shocked from it. And so I thought I was being way too loud, so I threw the can into the trash can. And then I mopped up what I spat out on the floor. And then I went and slept on the couch because I didn't want to go back into my room. Because I smelt a bit like beer, right? And I didn't want people to think I was doing that on purpose. So I basically just sat there really scared all night thinking that I was gonna get in trouble. I didn't, but yeah. Basically the meaning of the story is don't drink LaCroix soda.
Otherwise you'll get flashbacks of your childhood and you drinking beer.
Flashbacks.
You know, actually, that reminds me of something that happened where I'm in my old house and I go down my basement. My mom's doing the laundry. Oh, I was a kid, by the way. So my mom's doing the laundry in the laundry room, and I asked if I could like get a sip of her drink. I don't know if I was asking for water or something. And she's like, at first I think she was like, sure. Either that or I grabbed it without asking. I'm not entirely sure which one, but I grabbed it. I was like taking a very tiny sip before I fucking realized that it wasn't water, because the drink legitimately looked like water, but it was not water.
Was it vodka?
No, it was
100% pure rubbing alcohol.
it might have been Bud Light, actually. I'm not sure. It was likely it was Bud Light or Budweiser. I'm not sure. But then again, I don't know what Budweiser or Bud Light looks like. But
I thought it was. I think it's brown. It's brown.
It's very,
well,
very,
maybe
very faint, light brown.
Well, then maybe it was a different drink. I don't know. Whatever. Doesn't matter. It was some kind of beer or alcoholic beverage. Took a tiny sip and fucking thought it was horrible. And
It was Shrek's piss.
No, Shrek's piss would probably taste better than whatever I fucking.
Honestly, it'd probably be acid. Shrek's actual piss just melts through the ground. Anyways, why am I talking about this? Go on with your story. I'm sorry.
Well, actually, that was pretty much it. I mean, I just thought it was disgusting. I mean, there were other times in my life where my parents decided to let me take a sip of an alcoholic beverage, and every time I fucking take a sip of, like, beer or any other alcoholic beverage, I fucking immediately spit it out. I despise that shit, no matter what. And I always question how people are able to fucking actually drink that shit. It's fucking amazing. But not good
I don't know.
time.
Maybe they get so drunk that each sip tastes better because how broken their mind is. I don't know.
But it's like getting started, though, you know?
Alright.
Yeah.
So anybody have any final words to say?
The only other thing I can really say was that I was hanging out with a friend, and he said, "Get me drunk," and for some reason I lost my balance and went, "Whoa!" and hit my back against the wall. So, literally, this is fucking what happens. Me standing, right? Friend says, "Get me drunk." Whoa!
He has psychic powers.
It's fucking amazing.
What about you, Snick? Any final words?
Not really. I'm trying to avoid hurting myself with thoughts.
Okay then. Alright, so wrapping it up today. Remember, folks, don't drink alcohol. Don't drink alcohol. Just like the taste of it. Let's see. CRPG remake is coming soon, hopefully.
Maybe.
Games need to balance multiplayer and single campaigns better. Nintendo needs to do better releases on their game consoles. And as Mario said, having a Women International Day for feminists is stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And people who cut their dog's ears off should be hurt.
I wasn't here for that part of the show.
No, and your grandpa jokes is gonna haunt them.
Well, first topic was me and Mario Souls on Facebook. Some people cut their dog's ears off.
Oh, that's
and posted on Facebook.
Okay.
Oh, and angry grandpa is gonna be his ghost is gonna haunt them.
So screw those guys and anybody else that does this kind of thing. Anyways, see y'all on Tuesday, and go check out Stick's channel for his live stream soon. Pull right there if you haven't voted yet. All right, remember guys, never stop learning and enjoy the randomness. We'll see you next time.
Bye bye.
Goodbye.
Baby's kisses.
Baby's kisses.
Talking about my dog. He always kisses me.